today. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Stowers!
Right.
Hi. Oh, you guys are polite. Nice. So I was at the mall earlier today, and I was walking, and I saw this little girl with her father. And when she saw me, she got really excited. And she said, "Look, Daddy, it's Dora the Explorer." And her dad was like, "No, honey, Dora doesn't have facial hair." And then they just But he's right. She doesn't. Not lucky, I guess. But I was at the mall because, it's getting warmer, and it was time for me to switch out my, my sweaters for like lighter sweaters. And also because I looked in my closet, and like all of my summer clothes was from last summer when I didn't have this winter weight to keep me company. And so I started calling my closet the audacity of hope. Because I keep thinking, maybe I'll get back into this. But like, no. But it's fun to hope on hot days that I'm not going to wear a sweater to cover up all of this. But I am, as for now. But I went into this store called American Eagle. Have you guys ever been there? Work there? But I went in there, and this guy tried to sell me corduroy shorts. And that's when I decided I don't need to shop at American Eagle anymore. Because corduroy shorts are for girls who are like really dedicated to having yeast infections. The warmest fabric on the hottest day on the worst area. And I kept trying to tell him, like, listen, I don't think you understand. This is a bad idea. This is bad business, corduroy shorts. And he's like, yeah, but like, they're shorts. And I'm just like, yeah, I can see that they're short, but like this area here doesn't need to be warmed up anymore. It's already good to go on a hot summer's day. Just saying. But it was that moment when I realized two things about myself. I don't want to die trendy, and I don't want to die with a yeast infection. Because girls who wear those shorts like to give their ailments nicknames. Like I could just picture her, she's walking around and she's feeling a little uncomfortable, and she goes inside the house and her friend calls her and is like, "Hey, do you want to go and take that Groupon class for baking?" She's like, "No, Megan, I can't. I have a yeasty." And then Megan's like, "Oh my gosh, do you see the irony in that?" And she's like, "Shut up, Megan!" Because in baking, recently though, I was taking a flight home to Detroit, because that's where I'm from. Anybody from there? Oh! Okay. And so I was flying there, and sometimes like I forget books and iPods and like everything in general. So I decided to read an in-flight magazine. And I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but on the in-flight magazine, there's like a Sudoku puzzle on the back page. And it's for anyone to enjoy, but usually, if you don't get there the first of the month to be the first one with that ink pen, you're just going to be watching. But I opened my in-flight magazine to the Sudoku page, and there were a couple numbers filled in the top corner, but then the whole rest of the page was covered in swastikas. Like, he was like, "Sudoku is too complicated, let me focus on my strong suit, racism." And it was upsetting, like, also, it was written in pencil, like he wasn't really sure about it, like he hadn't really committed to the whole, like, Nazi thing. He was like, "Oh man, I'm kind of on the fence. I just learned the Dougie, but I really hate when black people talk in movies, so let's..." Which is the thing, you guys, every culture talks during some major event, okay? okay? Black people talk during movies, white guys talk during live concerts, moms yell at you when you walk away with their street earnings. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. It is so true. Those moms, they're loud. But yeah, I was going home to visit my family, and while I was there, my mom picked me up from the airport, and she told me, she was like, Nikki, you know, it's been a scandal. Apparently my 15-year-old nephew was caught with a condom in his water. And she told me to tell him how great it was to be a virgin. Now what's difficult about that is there's nothing that makes there's nothing that makes being a virgin more fun than not being a virgin. It's not like being a virgin has ever, like, I don't know, let me skip the line at Six Flags, or like made Glee more enjoyable. And it definitely hasn't helped me sneak a king-size Snickers into the movie theater. So I was kind of struggling with what to tell him, you know. And so I finally decided on this. I said, you know, listen, I don't think you should have sex when you're 15. You know, you want to wait. You want to wait till you're 23. And you share an apartment with 3 other people. And it's late one night, and it's getting hot and heavy because there are reruns of Nick at Night, Family Matters playing on television. And it's that episode where Steve turns into Stefan. And you're working on it, and you're getting your flow in there, and all of a sudden your roommate's cat darts into your room, causing you to finish way earlier than you would have expected. And so, to calm her nerves and kind of get her back in the mood, you whisper into her ear sensually, "Did I do that?" That's how everyone's first time should be, you guys. But I think I get my love advice giving skills from my grandmother, who once told her daughters that there are plenty of fish in the sea, so make sure you do so you don't smell like one. Call back. But yeah, I feel like the older I get, the more I just question my life decisions, or like if I'm ever going to reach my full potential. And I realize that all dreams aren't to be met when my father asked me to help him grow a mohawk. My father is completely bald on the top of his head. And he's saying this with earnest. He's like, I really want to grow a mohawk. I really want to do it. And like, it felt bad because he's encouraged me all these years. Like, you can do anything you want. So it felt bad to tell him, no, you can't. You know, so we talk about it, and we decide, okay, look, maybe you can grow a rat tail. Now, if you guys don't know what a rat tail is, it's a little piece of hair, it's a long braid hanging all the way down the back of your neck. And he decides this is an excellent idea. You know, it's gonna spice up his life, it's gonna provide excitement. So that maybe one day when he's in Sam's Club, the women will take a second look and they'll be like, oh my God. Is that a rogue braid daring to grow in this barren wasteland of scalp? Or a baby snake just trying to find its mom? It's bald, you guys. And it reminded me, like, having this conversation with him reminded me of that poem by Langston Hughes, What Happens to a Dream Deferred? It doesn't dry up like a raisin in the sun, it becomes a rat tail. I was late coming here today. I was really late. And it wasn't my fault. And it wasn't because of CP time. And if you guys don't know what CP time is, it's colored people time, okay? It's just what it is. It was because of NAACP time, because I stopped to scold the youth about using the N-word. So that's what I did. And the last time I was late, it was actually at a restaurant, and I was meeting some friends. And when I got there, the waiter said, "Oh, I know exactly where you're sitting." And I was like, wow, what a waste of psychic abilities. So he takes me to the back of the restaurant where this black couple is sitting, lovingly feeding each other hummus. And like, He's like, all right, this is your table, these are your friends. And I was like, no, these are not my friends. My friends are that racially diverse group of people over there. He's like, no, this is where you are. This is where you belong. And it was kind of heartbreaking because it was kind of like he had just solved his first human Rubik's Cube. Like, black's over here, yellow's over here, and red goes on reservations because this is America and that's how we do things. And I like to picture him playing other board games in his life, you know? Like he gets upset when he's playing chess and the black pawns move into the white neighborhood. Or like when he's playing Scrabble and his friends are like, no, tolerance is a real word. Or like when he's playing Clue and there are no black suspects. It was Trayvon in the street with the Skittles and the iced tea. But before I go, I'm just gonna introduce you guys to the next troop. They are overcommitted. And have you guys ever been overcommitted to something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I have a boyfriend now, and it's like the first time I've ever been in love with the idea of being single because we are attached at the hip. But this next group is not going to make you feel that way. They're awesome. They're great. You'll want to be committed. In fact, you'll want to be overcommitted.